Hello and welcome to Catherine's Garden. Well, I am about to plant my bulbs. Yeah, I just got, not too long ago, some new additions to my bulb collection here. I bought these hyacinths, 20 hyacinths, fierce mix Meglin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And then I also got 120 allium drumsticks, and it's a little different from the purple sensation, which is more like this one here, but this one isn't purple sensation. This is the gladiator bulb, and it's much bigger than purple sensations allium, and there are only 6 in this container. And here though, the drumsticks are 120 alliums and the bulbs are much more smaller. The alliums will bloom late spring. The hyacinths will bloom mid-spring, to me more so early to mid-spring. And then of course I have my tulips here, blooms mid-spring, and this is a 50 tulipa, Purple Lady mixed Medlin. And then I have this one here, 50 tulipa, blooms Patriot and Infinity. And then one more bag over here, and this is tulipa Happy Generation Bastogni, something like that. Anyway, I'm going to plant these up because now is the time before it gets any later. So between today and in the next couple of days, I'm going to just really put them out there, plant these bulbs, and of course just wait for the season to change. I also have daffodils, and that's what I'm going to plant today. And these are early bloomers. The daffodils plant in fall for blooms early spring. Mammoth-sized bulbs produces classic yellow blooms and for stunning borders and cut flower arrangements in early spring. So I do have daffodils down in the area in which I'm going to be planting them, and I'm going to add some more of these daffodils there in that area. And just FYI, I just wanted you to take a look at my tree. Yeah, this is my tree that I've been admiring for so long, that we're at the point now where just about all of the leaves have come off, and so that's the end of that. But instead I have the beauty of my wonderful angel trumpet tree that has opened up so many more blossoms. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. So I wanted to share that with you. But if you look back there in the back bed, right back here where the hydrangea blossoms are, or hydrangea shrubs are, I should say, right there by the base, I planted a lot of daffodils, and I followed that all the way over and across. So I'm going to continue that line there of daffodils. Now I don't know if I'm going to get all the way to this end here because I only have so many, but I hope to fill in that back border with daffodils so that in the spring we will have spring color from the daffodils. And I'm going to show you some of that so that you can see what I'm talking about and what happened last year. My hope is to extend that border for next spring. The hostas and the daffodils together are just so pretty. I really like how they're coming along, and this is what I saw also, that the hosta leaves would eventually come up and overtake the daffodil leaves, and that way they can really become established and I can maintain the daffodils, because the daffodils are going to have to dry up the leaves so that they can come back next year. But I'm really satisfied with the way that these hydrangea leaves are coming forth. It looks really good. From every angle, this border is shaping up nicely. I really like how this is looking. Alright, so here is the bulbs. I have these daffodils. They're yellow trumpet daffodils, and there are 45 in the package. I've waited kind of late to actually plant the bulbs, so I'm already experiencing some that are damaged, but this one is a good bulb. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, this bulb is pretty good, and it's hard and it's firm, whereas one of the other bulbs that I took out was soft and mushy. So I'm going to take out the bulbs from the container here and just kind of test them out and see which ones are good to plant, and then we're going to go down and plant them and put them before they are totally ruined and I have no bulbs at all. So we're going to kind of count through and see how many are halfway decent. Well, this one's a good one. So that's 2. Let's see. That's no good. That's no good. Oh my goodness. Seems like I really waited too late on a lot of them. It's not bad. No good. No good. Oh my God. Well, I have these bulbs that are ready for planting that are not too soft. Because I delayed in planting the bulbs, I have 11 of them that are no good. They're in this bag here, but I have these here that I'm going to plant, and thankfully it's not the full number. However, it's better than nothing at all. So let me get busy in planting. I'm going to try and extend the border. So from that tree all the way down to about right here are, or should be, daffodils from last year. So what I want to do is add from here on to a little bit past there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to really go the distance because of the amount of bulbs that I have. I lost 11 of them because I delayed in planting the daffodils, and I thought the area that I placed them was cold enough, but it seems that it wasn't. So these are the bulbs that I'm left with. So I have about 34 bulbs here, and I'm going to try and divide them up and put them through here. I think that what I'm going to do is by groups of 5 here, and that would give me what, 7 groupings. So kind of divide this up so that I can extend to the end right there. So let's see how this goes. So I'm planting it right in here, the bulbs, and I did 3 to a hole all the way down to about where that glass thing is. Yeah. And so I put 3 balls in. I wasn't able to dig it deeply, but I'm not too concerned because these are daffodils and the squirrels don't like daffodils. So I'm really glad with this process. I just wanted you to see too how the hydrangeas have fared back here. So you know that I wanted to create the hedge of hydrangeas. Well, now that the hostas have died back, this is what it looks like. And I actually got a bloom here. See this? Got some blooms back here too. Yeah. And then here is my rhododendron, who's doing pretty well. Here's the rhododendron here that I had planted from Lowe's. Summer of 2018, my hydrangeas, these endless summer Nico blue hydrangeas, were looking so fantastic. And so I planted and propagated them. I am in love with my hydrangea bush here. This blue is so beautiful. I think it's called Nico blue. Nico blue hydrangea, mop head hydrangea. And it's just so beautiful. It started out like this with the white, little traces of blue, and then it became like this with the white and blue, and then now it's this deep blue, or deeper baby blue. It's still a light blue, but it's just a beautiful blue. I just love it. And of course that's what's in the back garden over there. Unfortunately for 2019, I had no blooms at all. And the summer hydrangeas, these here. And here's another one. This is how big it's grown for the season. This is my rhododendron. Here is also a hydrangea, but this is not an endless summer one. And then let's take a look at these euonymus that I planted in. They seem to be faring well. And yeah, they're really in there. I'm just going to keep it in its little greenhouse there. Here's another one. And here's another one. This too is a hydrangea that I got from QVC, and it didn't flower, but it grew pretty well here. And then this is one of the little seedlings or plantings that I did a year ago, and it survived, so it's really good. Now I don't know what these are. I have no idea what that is, but I do have my other rhododendron here. So I'm going to cut these back. Yeah, here's the other rhodo. And then of course this is another hydrangea here. Somehow the bindweed has found its way back here and wrapped itself around. But this is a tough hydrangea plant, and it seemed to have done very well here. So that's pretty much it. I believe that, you know, as time goes on, these different blooms or hydrangeas will grow up, and I believe that they will come into nice strong bushes. I just have to be patient. What I do need to do to help my hydrangea hedge to be a little bit more stronger is to fertilize in the spring. Give them some fertilizer and a little extra TLC back here. So I'm pleased with it, and hopefully that will allow them to bloom, because last year they did not bloom. I know there are other conditions too, as well as the weather, you know, that is a factor as well. But I do want to get some blooms like this. For next year. So we're hoping for the best. Alright, so here I am in the front garden, and I am going to plant these bulbs. I'm going to plant the hyacinth bulbs here in the front on this side. I'm also going to plant the hyacinth bulbs on this side too, right around here. So I'm going to have to move some things around and do it. But in the meantime, check out these chrysanthemums. They are looking so very sweet here in the front. It's looking really nice. So I'm happy to do this here and get them in. Now we've done a lot of cleanup, and I think let me get started. Alright, so I'm going to put the bulbs in, and it says here it blooms mid-spring, and the trending, let's see, we're supposed to place them in. Bulbs should be planted before the ground freezes, and planting space is 6 inches, plant depth about 6 inches. So I'm going to try my best to get it in as deep as I can here. Okay, so now I'm going to plant these bulbs here as well too. I'm going to plant them in here. I'm going to plant the bulbs here in this area as well. There are some bulbs here from before, and they're more so red and yellow in the front, but I'm going to add these bulbs to this assortment here, and it's going to be very colorful in the front. Well, the weather continues to get progressively colder, but yet for some reason these cosmos refuse to die and wither away. So it is making it so difficult for me to want to cut them down. However, it is time, and so I believe sometime this week or next week I will be clearing away this area. But in the meantime, I am enjoying the changing of the leaf color, and it's just beautiful. I just love this color. And the rest of the garden down the side border is doing pretty well. I love the greenery from the arborvitae. I was able to plant bulbs here, so I will have some bulbs lining this side border, and I'm excited about that. Also in the back, I planted some bulbs, some additional bulbs in that bed, and I have bulbs already in the back there where the coleus were, and so hopefully they will come up. And then I planted some more bulbs here so that I'd have a burst of color. Now that Jamaican hot pepper plant is still around, but the hostas are dying back, and I pretty much put some fresh bulbs right there in that area. I was able to pull up my begonia and save the bulbs, which is good. And speaking of the hydrangea bush, look at that. I just got that lone blue right there and a couple of others. But hopefully next year that bush will bloom as beautiful as it did in 2018. I cut down the angel trumpet tree, pulled it up, and then this is the last of the hydrangea bush. This is bridal bouquet, and it was very nice. And the leaves are falling down from the trees, and we've been doing a lot of cleanup in the garden. Soon there won't be that many leaves on the trees. Maybe the oak leaves will be still there in November and into December. But you know, we're just enjoying it. Well, thank you so much for watching this, and we're looking forward to spring and seeing the hyacinth blooms come up and smelling beautiful. Comment down below, were you able to plant your bulbs and tulips? And like, share, and subscribe. I want you to know that you are God's special garden. So go on out there and thrive and bloom and just enjoy your life. Well, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day from Catherine's Garden. Bye.